bird time, mighty more woulda, yeah. Get up, now get up. Now go girl, I like it's your birthday.
Hi friends! If you struggle with consistency and this sets you back with your goals and with your habits setting, I've been there. In this video, I'm sharing what a reset day looks like and how I evaluate my progress in a way that gets me unstuck whenever I need to. Today is a reset day. At some point in the year, what the plan is to get my life together and review and audit my goals. The plan is to identify if there are any goals I must reformulate and basically share feedback with myself to fix whatever I must to meet my goals.
Probably out there somewhere missing me.
So here's a list of the things I'll be doing today. I'm going to wash my hair, do my skincare, get ready, do my morning affirmations, make my bed, walk area, have breakfast, make Greek yogurt, style my hair, do a meditation, review my yearly goals, lunch, workouts, and do some gouache painting. In the past, I've struggled to put systems in place to meet my goals. This is something I didn't even know was an option until like 2 years ago. Since then, I've been planning my year ahead, not focusing on the goals, but on the strategies to get there.
You're probably out there somewhere missing me. Wish I had an ounce of sympathy.
And I know most of you are probably bored of hearing this concept extracted from James Clear's Atomic Habits, but the truth is, his tips work, okay? If you've ever tried putting into practice his methods, please let me know in the comments if they brought you success somehow. And if you don't know much about Atomic Habits, stick around because I've been following many of the teachings from his book ever since I read it, and they have brought me success in many aspects of my life. My yearly goals list looked like a wish list of the things I wanted to achieve in the year. Some of the things I wished for did come true, but my list was missing something to help me pursue my goals with commitment and discipline. This is something I've struggled with, I think, since always, and I never really addressed this. Every time I made a list of goals, I was supported by my motivation and I thought this would be enough. Because of course, every time I made the list, I felt ready to conquer the world. I felt I could do everything I set my mind to. I felt invincible. I felt courageous. That is, of course, until the motivation wore off. The momentum was gone. And I even forgot I had a goals list. And well, I was back to my regular routine because I was too busy with work and life in general. Well, friends, I don't want to keep you hearing the sad part of the story. Let's go to the good part because, as you can probably tell already, yes, there is a good part. Things started to change when I started prioritizing my systems rather than my goals. Thank you, James Clear. Yes, he says motivation won't last forever, which is why we need to focus on our discipline, on simply showing up. No matter whether we feel like it or not, we show up. Now, there are different elements that can make it easier for us to show up. And well, that is basically what Atomic Habits is about. Now, taking that into consideration, this is what I did for my yearly goals plan. I now make a list of goals per category. For this year, I divided my goals into career, health, content creation, spirituality, relationship, and hobbies. For each category, I choose a main goal or goals, then make a list, kind of like a plan of the things I need to do to achieve those goals. For example, for health, one of my goals is to have a balanced diet. During this review, I added a new goal, and it is to balance my hormones. I recently quit the pill, and since I have PCOS, I have been dealing with crazy symptoms, including weight gain and acne. Since these two goals are connected, I will craft a system that works for both this way. I write my plans in present tense and my goals in the past tense. This is a neuroscientific strategy that will help my brain get used to the idea that this is how I live my life. Okay, so my plans for this goal look like this. 1. I eat at least 2 portions of fruits and veggies every day. 2. I move my body at least 20 minutes every day. 3. I sync my physical activity and food intake based on my menstrual cycle. Now, this is how it works. If I do all of these things by the end of the year, I must have reached my goals. Now that the plan is set, I need to find methods that help me keep it in place. Again, what's important here is not the planning but the making, regardless of what happens. I need to show up no matter if I do a to-do list or not. However, making these lists help me have mental clarity, and whenever I feel like I'm falling behind, I just review and make lists again if necessary. What I usually do is I plan for the month ahead every month. I make to-do lists for my budgets, for my meals, for my groceries, and make my monthly to-do list. Every month, I'll take a glance at my yearly goals and see what I can do to incorporate them. If I wanted to break down the master list, I would do it in a way that helps me make every part of the plan easier. For example, let's go back to our list. As you can see, the action plan we set is clear, concise, and overall feasible. However, the mind is tricky, and it will always find ways to convince me I shouldn't follow this list. So, I need to facilitate the process even more. Hence, to ensure I eat my 2 portions of fruits and veggies, I need to have them handy always, and most of all, I want to get rid of the hustle of making decisions, the so-called decision fatigue. So, to avoid this decision fatigue, I'll break this goal down this way. Plan. I eat at least 2 portions of fruits and veggies every day. Actionable items. I always have washed and well-stored berries in my fridge. I freeze bananas and avocados for smoothies. I have a list of recipes for smoothies and veggie side dishes. I meal prep veggies and side dishes every week. Now, that's looking so much better. After making these lists, I have the excitement that comes from just doing this alone, but most importantly, I have the plans to help me reach my goals. If I ever feel left behind, checking these plans will help me know what I have to do and simply do it. I must say, this method of planning has helped me immensely. In 2022, I reached almost all of my yearly goals. In 2023, my goals were harder, and I must confess I fell behind with many of them. Some I had to delete, like my goals of learning Japanese, because I simply wanted to prioritize other goals, such as career, content creation, and health goals. And feeling overwhelmed totally beats the objective of making these plans. my mind will still sabotage me sometimes, and I find excuses such as I'm tired because I had a long day at work, and so on. But I try not to be harsh on myself and simply catch up whenever I can. For me, what's important is to keep moving forward and to at least have a solid base of habits that I will always resort to, that help me move forward and that make me feel good every time. Most of the habits I've wanted to set have naturally become exactly that. Habits that are parts of my routine and that I do whether I'm motivated or not. I know that for the new habits I've set, I can do the same and show up until they too become a habit. And if I'm struggling to convert them into habits, I'll check in with myself and see if these habits are truly what I want to do. And if they're worth whatever exchange I have to make to incorporate them. This revaluation process is as important as the planning, because at the end of the day, what's the point of being super productive and reaching all of my goals if I'm feeling tired and miserable? Well, I hope you found my method useful, and if there's anything you'd like to discuss further about, or any other topic you'd like me to talk about, please let me know in the comments. Thank you, friends, for keeping me company today as I complete my to-do list and review my yearly goals. Hope you got some inspiration from this, and I wish you have a nice one. I'll see you next time.